Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today is Tic Tac Tuesday and I'm doing the Booktube TMI Tag. The Booktube TMI Tag was originally created by G from Jig's Books and I was tagged by Samantha from Novels and Nonsense, so thank you Sam, and let's get right into the questions. Number 1. Whose clothes style from a book character do you like? That's kind of difficult. I usually like all these very ornate robes that magicians wear, for example. So yeah, that would of course not something I would personally wear, but what I find like stylish in a fantasy kind of way. Number 2, your book girlfriend, I think in my case, or fictional crush. I just told you in one of my last tag videos that I don't have fictional crushes, so I have to pass on this one. Number 3, ever loved a character but then started hating him? Difficult. I have to admit that I started out liking Catelyn Stark in A Song of Ice and Fire, or at least I was like neutral towards her, but she did a lot of decisions I can understand from a personal point of view, because she was a mother that wanted to protect her children, but yeah, from a bigger point of view, she messed a lot of things up for her loved ones in the end, and that is why I didn't like her so much later on. Number 4, the biggest or longest book on your shelf. I think that might be either Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson or A Song of Swords by George R. Martin, or some of the bigger Malazan books. I'm not sure. I'm going with A Storm of Swords here. Number 5, heaviest book on your shelf. Oops, yeah. As I'm reading ebooks mostly, that I think it would be Words of Radiance, but that is purely guessing from seeing it on other people's channels. So yeah, that's the luck of the ebook reader. I don't have to worry about biggest books anymore. Number 6, do you have any book posters? No, I don't. Number 7, do you have any book-themed jewellery? I don't have even any jewellery, so that's a no as well. I'm not doing really well on these questions, am I? Book OTP. Yeah, another field of my expertise is questioned here. Maybe Waylon and his love interest from Bloodsong. I won't spoil the name for you, so if you want to read that. Yeah, but I really like them. Number 9, favorite book series. I can answer that. It's the Malazan Book of the Fallen by Stephen Erickson. Finally, maybe we're now getting into the questions I'm better at. Number 10, favorite book to movie soundtrack. Book to movie soundtrack. I'm going with The Lord of the Rings because I'm listening to that quite often when I read. Number 11, a book story you miss or you wish that would continue. That's kind of difficult. I think because it was a standalone, I missed The World of City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett, but I heard that there will be a kind of sequel to it, another standalone based in the same world but with one of the supporting characters. So yeah, I would go for City of Stairs. Number 12, favorite standalone. Yeah, okay, it's City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett. Number 13, since when do you read books? Since forever, I say. I read when I was little, of course, and then I get or got into fantasy reading at about 13, and there might have been the change from getting books as presents from my family and reading it to actually going out with my own pocket money and buying books I like. Number 14. Which Hogwarts house are you in? When I first read this question, I was like, what? How would I know? And then I figured out that there's actually something called Pottermore on the internet, where you can enter and do a test and then you are sorted into a house. So I did that, and I'm a Ravenclaw apparently. Who would have thought that? Number 15. Quality you look for in a book. Sense of wonder. I like to be surprised. I like to have a little mystery. That mystery or sense of wonder can be of various kinds. It can be just the sense of wonder to discover a new world with interesting places. It can be like secrets that the characters have and that are just revealed. It can be plot twists. So yeah, generally I want a book that surprises me and evokes that kind of sense of wonder. 16. Favorite book quote. I think I always go there for what is dead will never die and may rise again harder and stronger, by George R. Martin. Question 17. Favorite author. This would be Stephen Erikson. Question 17. Which is your favorite author? That would be Stephen Erikson, the writer of the Malazan Book of the Fallen. Number 18. Favorite book cover. Are you kidding me? I have no idea right now, but maybe I look a few up and put some on the screen. I can't think of any specific one. There are so many covers I really enjoy. So yeah, I look something up. 19. Action or romance. If I have to choose between these two, I take action. Number 20. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? Nowhere specifically. Most of the time when I'm reading at home anyway. Yeah, but I don't think I go to a special place when it's getting really sad. Like the sad chamber of my house. 21. How long do you need to finish a book? Oh, it depends on the book. If it's a 350-page book, it takes me less long than a 1000-page book. So I can tell you that I'm kind of a slow reader that gets through like 25-30 pages an hour. So like a 350-page book usually takes me around 10 to 12 hours to read. 22. How long is your mourning period? I don't think I have this. I'm reading 3 books at a time constantly, so when a book is over, most of the time I'm into books already, like halfway in or even more in. So I don't have like a mourning period where I really say, oh, now I have to wait and I'm in a slump and I can't read anything. No, that doesn't happen to me. Number 23. Least favorite book. This would be Betrayal, the first one in the Daemon Saga by Jean Rabet. It is one of the Dragonlance books, and yeah, I just didn't like that at all on any level. 24. Turn on in a character. A secret. I really like if a secret of a character is revealed during the story. Number 25. Turn off in a character. I would say more generally when the character is boring. I don't mind if the character is like cruel or arrogant or a thing like that, if it's an interesting character to read about. I'm not a reader that needs to like the characters he reads about. They need to be interesting. Number 26. Reason I joined YouTube. I say it again. to make the world a better place with this face. Number 27. Name a scary book. I can't name a scary book because I don't get scared by books. Never. Sorry. No book is scary. Number 28. Last book that made you cry. Again, we're heading in a territory where I'm not really good at answering it because that doesn't happen for me. Sorry. Number 29. The last book you gave 5 stars for. It was The Six Gun to Row by R.S. Belcher. Number 30. Any favorite book titles? Yeah, I really enjoyed the title Ninja vs. Zombie featuring pirates by James Marshall. Number 31. The last book you read. This would also be like 2 questions ago, The Six Gun to Row by R.S. Belcher. I started 4 other books this far, and I'm halfway through 2 of them. But yeah, it's the last book I finished. Number 32. Book you're currently reading. I'm currently reading 4 books. The first one would be Tome of the Undergates by Sam Thykes, and I'm like 71% in it. The second is Arena Mode by Blake Northcott. I'm like 52% in it. I just started The Iron Jackal by Chris Wooding, and I also started Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor, and I'm about 20% in that. Number 33. The last book adaptation you watched. That would probably be The Hobbit. Number 34. A book character you always wanted to talk to. I think it might be Tasselhoff Burfoot from the Dragonlance series, because he's hilarious. Number 35. An author you always wanted to talk to. That would probably be Stephen Erickson, because I read a lot of interviews with him about writing, but also about other things, and he seems to be really, really interesting, and yeah, that would be someone I'd like to have a beer with. Number 36. Favorite book snack. I'm going with cookies while reading, because with chocolate I would smear chocolate on my Kindle or something. Yeah, maybe cookies. Number 37. Book world you want to live in. As a science fiction and fantasy reader, that is a really hard question, because most of the time it's very dangerous. But the university in Patrick Rothfuss's The Name of the Wind, or the whole Kingkiller Chronicles, seems to be a very safe place and a place of learning with most of the time generally nice people and interesting teachers. So I'd say it's the university in Number 38. Least world you want to live in. I think the Malazan Book of the Fallen, because it is really, really bleak and yeah, dangerous. Really dangerous. Also, the world of Mark Lawrence's Broken Empire. Boy, don't I want to live in there. No, never. Number 39. Last time you smelled a book. I never do that. Number 40. Weird insults used in a book. I'm going with the Malazan Book of the Fallen again, because they have a very weird tendencies to curse with their gods kind of curses, and these kind of curses are always like inappropriate for the god, because there is a god of death, and of course he doesn't breathe, but they always say like Hood's breath. Hood is the name of the god. And they say like Hood's breath, because that is something that is not possible. And so the whole swearing is kind of built up on swearing about things that the gods actually can't do, or something like that. That's kind of funny. Number 41, favorite romantic book. I think the only thing that comes to my mind that I read lately, that was more of a romance book, would maybe be Fortune's Pawn by Rachel Buck, or Soulless by Gay Carriger. These two books, yeah. Number 42, do you write? Constantly, every day, I sign documents, I write shopping lists, stuff like that. That's what we're talking about, isn't it? Number 43, favorite magical item. Favorite magical item. Favorite magical item. I was always very intrigued by Stormbringer, the sword from Elric of Melniboné, because it had this tendency to kind of fight on its own, and yeah, it was very bloodthirsty and drank the souls of other people and therefore cured Elric. That might be not my favorite kind in I want to have it, but maybe the most favorite for me in kind of it interests me. Number 44, your Quidditch position. I always played defense in sports, so I would probably be a beater, the ones who hit the quaffles, I guess. Number 45, name a song you connect to a book. That would be The Lord of the Rings by Blind Guardian. Blind Guardian quite often made songs about books. They have a song about Tommyknockers from Stephen King. They have songs about Elric of Melniboné. They have songs about Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I'd go for the actual song Lord of the Rings. Number 46, favorite book-related chat-up line. I don't think I have one. I think if a woman would approach me and ask me anything about Stephen Erikson and the Malazan Book of the Fallen, that would most likely bring me to have coffee with her. Number 47. Have you ever used it? Obviously not. Number 48. Favorite book fandom? Again, I'm going with the Malazan Book of the Fallen because the books have so much going on. There are so many symbols, parallels, interpretation, analysis, and the people that are really obsessed with the series can write hours and hours about it, and that's really interesting, and I think my favorite fandom. Number 49. How many books do you own? I think I own about 500 physical books, might be a bit more, might be a bit less, I'm not sure, and I own about 1,000 ebooks, I would say, something around that. And number 50, who do you tag? I tag Kat from Kat the Book Addict. I tag Sophie from Sophie the Uneducated Reader. I tag Kirsty from the Literary Sister Kirsty. I'm tagging Abby from Abby Reads. And I'm going to tag Louisiana from My Reading Glasses. So, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this tag. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. If you want to know what's coming up on my channel, please look inside the description box. There's a little segment there called On the Horizon. I wish you a good day and hope you get bitten by really good booktube. Bye.